being a franchise that's been running for coming up on 12 years now, all with its own interconnected canon, the Ninjago storyline is naturally going to have an error or two here and there. Or 500 of them if you're crystallized.
When I was resurrected from the cursed realm.
A lot of these continuity errors typically pop up around when there's major plot developments that change the way we view the show. And in this case, the inconsistency in question surrounds the elemental powers. The first 3 seasons of Ninjago were explicitly written around the idea that the ninja were the only ones in the world with elemental powers, because they were the ones chosen by the first Spinjitzu master to enact the prophecy of the Green Ninja and yada 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 yada. Season 4, Tournament of Elements, changes everything by revealing that there are more elemental masters: speed, sound, gravity, mind, etc. The disparity caused by suddenly switching around from writing the show around there being 5 elemental powers to there being about 20 is obviously going to leave some errors in its wake. One of these big errors came around with the 5th season of the show, Possession, whose villain was Master Wu's first and now disgraced student, Morrow, the Master of Wind. Wind being its own separate element works fine enough on paper. I don't really think there's any continuity errors here, right? Well, damn it. Pack it up, boys. The integrity surrounding elemental powers is ruined. Or is it? What if I were to tell you that the secret to understanding all of this is actually hidden deep within one of Ninjago Season 11's most underlooked and forgotten about story arcs? An arc that takes a bunch of otherwise disconnected or weird or out of place moments and connects them in a way that makes them make perfect sense. I am of course talking about the Snake-tastrophe newsreel arc. No, I'm talking about the Nia controlling ice thing. In the second half of Ninjago Season 11, the Ice chapter, Nia is faced with an obstacle when all of the water in the Netherrealm is frozen, which effectively renders her powers to be completely useless. Or are they? Because from the village elder of Great Lake, Sola, Nia learns that she has control over ice. At least to some extent. I don't think she has the extent of control over ice that Zane does, but is able to disrupt ice and sometimes move it very short distances. This is because when it comes down to it, water and ice are the same element. They're different forms of that, but water and ice have very clear intersect over each other, and that's the key word here, intersect. This can be linked to a ton of other elemental powers, like say for example Cole's lava arms, Kai and Skylar combining their fire powers to use smoke on Chen, and, as you guessed, Jay using wind. In the same way that the elements of water and ice are both linked because they're ultimately the same thing but just different states of each other, and how fire and smoke are linked because fire produces smoke, lightning and wind are linked because lightning and wind are both byproducts of storms. This is further built upon in Season 14 Seabound, where the magical sea serpent Wojira, who has control over the elements of wave and wind, uses lightning via her control through the Storm Amulet. And that is why Jay, Master of Lightning, is able to use the elements of wind in Ninjago Season 1 Episode 10, The Green Ninja. I think all of the plot threads shown in this video is a pretty clear example of why if you make a mistake with your continuity in a show, the best thing you can do is try to make a rational explanation for it to make it work. Because this went from being one of the most egregious and irritating plot inconsistencies in the entire Ninjago show, to being a really fun idea for the Ninjago storyline with near limitless creative potential. So yeah, good work Ninjago writers. You definitely wrote yourself into a corner, but you did a really good job at writing yourself out of it. Not only did doing that minimize the damages caused to this plot hole on the canon, but it also opened up a ton of new fun ideas for the Ninjago storyline. So yeah, excellent stuff, and further proof that Ninjago Season 11 is really awesome. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through, it really means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like rating on it, and subscribe to the channel for more Ninjago videos just like it. Also, massive thank you to the channel members whose names are listed on screen now. If you want to get a channel membership yourself and see your name on this list, along with getting exclusive benefits like a scrapped Crusty video compilation, be sure to hit the join button next to my subscribe button. With all of that said, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.